guys, what's going on? My name is Luis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is April 30th, 2024, and welcome to the Grand Penis channel. Alright guys, so we have some urgent information coming out. If you can, please share this video. And just looking at this title, once again, it's not looking good for the sleeping giant. You have the Red Dragon, $170 billion gold rush triggers the island invasion. Alright, so we're gonna see what's going on here, guys. And I did post a video 2 days ago. The Red Dragon is preparing for biblical war with the sleeping giant. They are buying gold. Alright, so they are also preparing biblical war with the island. It says here the Red Dragon has built up a $170 billion stockpile of gold after a record buying spree in a move that has raised fears that the Red Dragon is preparing its economy for a possible biblical war over the island. So they're preparing their economy. You know how, I tell people get silver and gold. Well, again, this is the reason why. So, the Red Dragon, they are preparing their economy. Because once they go to, again, let's say they go into that island, they're going to have to face someone, again, a mighty powerful empire, and that's the sleeping giant. And the Red Dragon knows that this is going to hit the fan really hard, and it's going to impact their economy. So they're preparing. They got all the, they purchased all these gold, and they still purchasing more secretly. They're purchasing all these gold, preparing their economy for WW3. Alright, so once again, you have the Red Dragon. Look at this, 27 tons. They bought 27 tons of gold in the first 3 months of the year, taking its reserves to a record high of 2,262 tons, according to a data from the World Gold Council. And it's not only the Red Dragon buying gold. Have you guys heard about other countries? They are demanding the sleeping giant to release their gold. We have gold that belongs to other lands. These lands are calling the sleeping giant, we want our gold. The reason why is because gold is a backup in case the system hits the fan and currency hits, boom, the gold is gonna skyrocket. That's the again, insurance for economy. So the Red Dragon has now been buying gold steadily since October 2022, marking its longest build up of the precious metal since at least 2000. The 17-month streak has increased its gold reserve by 16 pieces. So, these lands are preparing. They're getting gold. They're getting bunker ready. They're getting all the stuff ready. But the sleeping giant, you know what the sleeping giant keeps saying? Ain't nothing gonna happen. Everything's okay. Everything is fine. If that's the case, why is all these land, even the most powerful ones, getting ready, buying gold and building bunkers? Oh, Lewis. And according to scriptures, as we move forward, there's going to be things to come. Alright, so gold is currently trading near a record high of 2,343 per troy ounce. Man, I remember back then it was 1,100 back in 2015. So, once again, guys, it says here, experts said that the Red Dragon stockpiling was likely an effort to guard its economy against, look at this, the sleeping giant sanctions in the event of a biblical war over the island. Once again, you have this person here, Jonathan, skip all that information, said that the relentless purchases and the sheer quantity are clear signs that this is a project which is prioritized by the leadership in the Red Dragon because of what they see is a looming biblical war, WW3, with the sleeping giant. It says here, of course, it's connected. also to plans for a operation of the island. Now, the leader of the Red Dragon has repeatedly said he wants to reunify the Red Dragon with the island, using his New Year's address to say that it was inevitable the island land will fall under the Red Dragon capital's sway. So once again, the Red Dragon is preparing its economy. That's the first time you hear something like that. Usually the sleeping giant prepares for biblical war, or the sleeping giant prepared for this and that, but the Red Dragon is preparing their economy. Give me a second, I have to pause the video here. There we go. So it says here you have the island is a long time. And by the way, guys, remember April 20th, the sleeping giant signed the bill. 95 billion. A lot of it is going to go to the yellow and blue. Then some of it is going to go to the Holy Land, and the rest is going to go to the island. So again, stuff has been again, all this preparation has been going on for many years, but it's coming to a point that we are at that verge of seeing something hitting the fan, and the Red Dragon is preparing. The island is a long time sleeping giant ally, and the sleeping giant leader has signaled he will be willing to send, look at this, sleeping giant soldiers to defend it in the event of a biblical war. Ever since the sleeping giant received this dude as the sleeping giant leader, it's all been biblical war for the past 3.5 years. It's like the sleeping giant loves these things. They do. They love it. Alright, so you have the, I'm going to skip that name, MP, very important person here. Alliance on the Red Dragon said of the gold stockpiling. If they get much closer to bullying the island and the land start to move their investment out of the Red Dragon, it will give them a bit of padding to be able to ride through some of the difficulties. It says here, the Red Dragon Central Bank began purchasing gold shortly after the sleeping giant froze the bear currency reserves held at the foreign central bank in response to its full-scale operation of the yellow and blue. Once again, the sleeping giant sanctions wiped out 350 billion of the bear capital foreign currency. Yikes. This person said there is absolutely no question that the timing and the sustained nature of the purchases are all part of a lesson that the Red Dragon has drawn from the Yellow and Blue Country Biblical War. So what the Red Dragon is doing here, they're playing very smart. They see that the bear, ever since the operation, the bear stuff has been getting hit with sanctions. And so the Red Dragon, they're preparing for that. They're preparing. They are buying gold. They're making sure their stuff is ready. And they are preparing for sleeping giant sanctions. That's how sleeping giant do their thing. They slap people left and right with sanctions. Basically, the sleeping giant is the principal, and you are given a detention slip every single day just for coming to, you know what? So, detention again. Every day detention. You're staying after school. 45 minutes. No phone, nothing. No paper, nothing. Just gonna stare at the wall. Detention. So he said that the Red Dragon was likely building up gold reserves to protect it against the dollar sleeping giant sanction if it came into major confrontation with the sleeping giant. Once again, this person added it was a major shock that it is possible to take Soviet holdings and freeze them. I think that was a fundamental change as far as the Red Dragon leader was concerned. Now, the Red Dragon has increased gold as share of its total financial reserves from 3.2 to 4.6 PC since October 2022, according to the World Gold Council. Now, the country now has the sixth largest gold stockpile in the world, just behind the bear. And go figure why the bear is still alive, man, because they got all that gold. You have John, I'm going to skip all that information, said that the sleeping giant sanctions placed upon the central bank of the bear following the bear operation of the yellow and blue made the politicians and reserve managers realize that they are more at risk than perhaps they thought they were. If you offend the sleeping giant powers, then you can lose access to your foreign exchange reserves. And that's when they are coming out with a thing called the BRICS, their own bank. Some biblical war buildup going on here. The Red Dragon stockpile is dwarfed by the holdings of the Sleeping Giant, which has the largest reserves in the world. Now, the Sleeping Giant holdings are worth $602 billion, while the UK owns $23 billion of the precious metal. So you have this person said the Red Dragon urgency was clear given it is buying up vast amounts of gold at a time when prices are at historic highs. Its prices has risen by almost a fifth over the last year, reaching an all-time high in recent weeks. Now, once again, the surge has coincided with fears of a spiraling biblical war in the Mid-East, as well as stockpiling gold. The Red Dragon leader has campaigned for self-sustaining agriculture in the Red Dragon. The PBOC has also been selling down its holdings of the Sleeping Giant debt. This person said, the most important thing is this determination to be self-sufficient in both food and finances to withstand a long-term confrontation with the Sleeping Giant. I mean, not months, but years of confrontation with the Sleeping Giant of the kind the Sleeping Giant has with the bear at the moment. The Sleeping Giant military officials have warned that the Red Dragon aims to have the capability to go into the island by 2027. I just don't see that happening in 2027. Globally, Central, you know what, bought more gold in the first quarter of 2024 than during any other start of the year on record, according to the World Global Council. High inflation has been a key driver, but central banks is emerging economies and are increasing their gold purchases as an alternate store of wealth to the Sleeping Giant dollar. Gold is sniffing out monetary and geopolitical, you know what. All right, so gold. They're getting gold. They are preparing for biblical war with the Sleeping Giant and the island. They are preparing their economies because they know once they go into that island, it's game on. So guys, the Sleeping Giant knows how to make friends, huh? There you go. Now, people tell me the bear is bad. Okay, so the Red Dragon is bad, Persia is bad, North K is bad. They all bad. But here's the thing. You don't see their stuff in South America or Central America, right? You don't see the bears sending all these type of stuff to Mexico, right? It's just a Sleeping Giant, NATO. They ship stuff like it's, whatever, Santa Claus delivering presents and this and that. I mean, the Sleeping Giant loves to send a whole bunch of equipment. I don't see the bear or the Red Dragon doing that when it comes to biblical war. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, they are preparing, and this is something that many need to do. And you need to be prepared spiritually, physically, and mentally. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Once again, for those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.